Welcome to the Freud's Angels weekly reading, bringing the collective guidance and understanding for this week's energy.
Remember, never give your power up to a reader or a reading. You always have the power of autonomy. Hey, angels, welcome to your weekly reading. We are reading from May 25th through the 31st. Dude, y'all, it's the end of May. We're in Gemini season, which is thank God, because that's my season, and I enjoy being in Gemini season.
So into Gemini season.
It means summer is around the corner. It means there's good things. So it's the last week of May. We're headed into June. I feel June. What is wrong with my cat? Anybody know? Anybody?
She's sick of her shit today. That's the deal. We've been doing this. We've been at it for a while. She's over it.
She is, because she's had my attention for 4 days straight without any interruptions. And to have now, she is like not having it at all.
We got to transition back. Like, I don't want it.
I can only imagine what my Monday is going to be like, because I'm like, oh God, here we go. So yeah, last week of May. June is going to be pivotal for a lot of us. It is probably one of the sweeter months of the year, of course, because it's my birthday. But I think it's also has a lot to do with it's planetary. But I think all of the hard work, the lessons we've been learning, the things we've been uncovering, all the things that have been happening are happening now for us for June. And because we are being prepared for a big shift in our lives. And I think for the most part, it'll be positive shifts. There may be some shifts that don't feel positive, but because of ignoring all the things that have been coming up for you to take care of. That's why things don't feel good. That's why I'm in disarray this week. It's like things showed up and it was like, you haven't been taking care of this. Here's this. Take care of it now, please. Thank you. And it's like, okay.
This is going to keep coming back around if you don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to be free in the spaces that it shows up in and be able to be part of it without being triggered and having to emotionally regulate myself every single time.
Oh my God.
And I'm just tired of it. So I don't want to say that because it's rejected. It's like it's bad. It's not. It's just I want it to feel
tired of it and just not want to do it anymore.
I want it to feel safe enough that I don't feel like I'm needed to energetically put out internal fires as well as be present in the spaces that I'm in. And that's what it is.
The intensity.
Yeah. So what are the mermaids telling us this week, friend?
Well, the mermaids it's the hope card. And so you see the word and you're like, oh, hope. But when you look at the mermaid, you're like, oh no, right? And again, like with these cards, what I love about it is that each time there's different things that you look at, and some parts of it, like sometimes when I'm reading them, I'm like, is this me? Is this my energy that I'm putting into this right now? And maybe sometimes I'm meant to do that because that's the message and I'm getting it because I can understand it right now. Yeah. But a lot of times when I see this card, I see the rainbow in the background and I focus on that. In this instance, I'm focused on her lack of hope. I'm focused on her arms crossed across her chest, the fear, the darkness of the water. Like I'm very focused on the lack of hope in this time when I'm looking at it. And also, again, like the arms crossed to me feel like protective measures. And I think that sometimes we are afraid to have hope because it feels protective to not have hope.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Like as this was coming to me, I was like, so dark. Like it's not very normal for me to feel this, but that's what I feel. And I feel like that's the focus of like, are we shielding ourselves too much that we cannot now have hope? And I understand right now, like in our political climate and our world climate, I mean, it makes sense for us to shield, right? Like, because we're like, holy shit, there are arrows all over the place. But like, is that the best course of action in terms of change, even like all together collectively, but also in our own lives, right? Like, is being closed off and afraid the answer?
Yep.
And like, it's not, obviously, right? Like, and this is where the rainbow comes in the background, right? Because her back is turned to it. Like she's not looking at it. She won't look at it. This time I
Mhm.
see it where she doesn't want to look over there. It's not safe to have hope. And so, yeah, I don't even like, I just threw the card down because like I don't even want to talk about it anymore. um, yeah, like
Hope
that.
comes with the risk of disappointment.
Yes, it sure does.
And so it's hard to be disappointed. And when you've consistently had hope, it's hard to keep connecting to it because it's always felt like it's brought disappointment. Which fair. It's I
Mhm.
get it. I get it because it's hard to have hope when it feels like nothing is going right or nothing feels right or nothing feels good.
Yeah.
And that's when it's important to sometimes connect with people that hold the hope for you, to hold you in that space of upset and in that space of hopelessness, but and bring a light to the sense of the connection itself is the hope, right? That
Yeah.
no matter what happens, that you have connect hope in other people, that you connected to them and they can hold it for you. Hope is hard to hold.
Mhm.
And, we become trained neurologically and I think emotionally to feel safest in pain and hopelessness and not to feel like to feel safe and hope. It's like that idea of wellness. Like we don't heal because, we're just joy is too threatening, right? Joy
Mhm.
is threatening. Happiness is threatening when you're depressed. It's not okay in your brain and your nervous system. And so when we are like, I want to be in joy, and then you are in joy, and then shit like falls apart, is because your body is trying to get you back to safety, back into those spaces. And yeah, hope is like joy. It's like that love thing. It's like the idea of these relationships with things that are so threatening when you've suffered for so long and you've not been able to find happiness and hope, right? That sense of like you're hoping this will happen and it happens and you're like, yay. But it's not using hope in a positive way. In
Yeah.
some ways, when you are waiting for that other shoe to drop, you're hoping for that shoe to drop so your body is used to what happens and you can process it.
Yeah, and disappointment, people talk about it all the time, right? Like expect the worst,
Yeah.
right? So that you're prepared for it. And then if it's good, then you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about that because you don't have to prepare for it. But I mean, God, that sounds so sucky when you think about living a life that way.
I
Right? Like
have. It does.
yeah, exactly. Like it sounds sucky when you say it out loud, but is that not what most people are doing, right? Because fear and pain, and we don't know how to handle pain, and we don't know how to handle disappointment, and we don't know how to handle failure and all
Yeah.
of that kind of stuff. What's really funny about this card is that my cousin and I have like pet names for each other, and they're Spanish, and my Spanish name is Esperanza, which means hope. And so part of like, and I actually like the word better in Spanish than I do in
I do
English
too.
because it just sounds way more fun and
Yeah. Lyrical.
more hopeful. Yeah, like it's like, ooh, I have esperanza, like
Yes.
versus I have hope. Like, ugh. um, but yeah, there's a lot there's a lot to that, and learning how to navigate what happens when you lose hope or when somebody that you care about loses hope, and
Yeah.
how that mechanism is actually happening.
Yeah. And I think too, though, it's also a foreign body for people because sometimes you have people in life who are always like, if you've lost it, they always try to find it for you and give it to you. And no, not real trying to help, but what they're not realizing, they're putting you in extreme emotional unsafety and unhappiness. It's like hope is too hard to reach right now. What is the next baseline what's the next baseline from absolute misery and knowing things suck? Like what's something above that versus you
Yeah.
can't jump from like that to hope in one, you can't do it sometimes.
Yeah.
And God bless people who try to hold it for us, but also for people who are just like, it's okay to feel this way. And I'm just going to sit with you and just hold you in that space and hold that space for you to be in this space, but know that you're supported and loved regardless of what space you're in. That to me is the next step above misery, is that step of just being held in the misery and given that sense of, just because you're not hopeful and happy and shining, that you're still loved and cared for, and that people will support you in that space.
Yeah.
Look at us go dark.
I know. I'm like, I just want to crawl under this blanket right
I
now.
know. These last 3 ones, man, they feel like they're just kind of this constant, like, rubbing up against the sore spots we have this last week. It's like we're batch recording these readings, friends, and it's just kind of like
We're like a
been
little
hit.
on fire.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we're
both of
doing
us.
it. Look at us go. Bring
Like,
that hope back and look at on the other side of this. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great.
right. But I also think too is that it's not just even about hope of the external, it's the hope of the internal, the
Yeah.
hope that we have that we will stay committed to our path and our journeys and our healing, that we can come to the other side of whatever we're experiencing and whenever we feel that hope, that our commitment to that will sustain us through the process.
Yeah.
All right, let's leave
What's the
hope.
next thing that we're gonna have to hold ourselves together through?
Well, this one I feel is a bit of an attack, but this is a funny attack because
Man.
this is, to me, I laugh because I'm like, well, fuck. So it's surrender your need to always be right.
No. That is incorrect. I will not do this.
Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. Oh, y'all.
I just looked up at my sister because I'm at my sister's house. I just looked. There's just the only I haven't even seen this once today, and I've looked at her whiteboard multiple times. We're whiteboard people, and there's a picture of a cat in a dumpster fire that says everything's fine. It's just very poignant in this moment.
Right? Right.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. That's a loaded card, friends. Take it for what you will. I'm not even going to interpret it because we couldn't, but I just feel like so much of I understand what the idea of feeling the need to be right. It's not even the need to be right, but it's the need to be valid. The need to have or feel validity or to get your point across or to feel like people are listening. Like there's a lot to unpack there. And I'm not sure any of us have the emotional, mental, or energetic fortitude to do this today.
Well, to me, the word denial is what's coming up. This is about to me, not about fighting with other people, but fighting with yourself and being like, I'm right, like with myself. Like, I don't care what other people think, but like just being stubborn. That's what, as soon as you said that, I was like, it's about stubbornness with me, of like, this is the only right way, or this is the only thing that you can feel, or this is the only path that you're allowed to take, or, just kind of like, oh my God, can you just let things flow? Can you just let other things come in as possibilities? It's not even about arguing with other people because I'm kind of in a place where I don't care about doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like that internal attack of being like, yeah, or you could just see. You just like see instead of trying to direct.
No. I don't know what that means. How do I do that? How do I not be in control of everything, man?
Patience and time. I'm so tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. And I could hear it as I'm saying it. The universe is like, well, then learn the lesson.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll stop talking if you stop fighting.
Stop trying to skip the steps. So you have to keep coming back to those steps because you skip them.
Yeah. You're doing the cha-cha. Like if you want to go forward, you got to walk.
Oh, friends, it's been quite a day, quite a week, quite a whatever, but quite a year, man.
Yeah.
But whew. All right. Let's talk about some money cards. So it is safe for me to be a boss and take what I want in life.
Ooh. Is it?
Apparently, our nervous systems are questioning that hard.
Yeah. I'm my
Oh,
own boss. It seems to be good sometimes and other
yeah.
times a learning process.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, I like
Oh,
that though.
friends.
It's good to be in charge. Like to be able to feel like you can be responsible, right? Like, because I think that when we think of the word boss, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that too. And like
Yeah.
we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, friends.
I'm exhausted.
I am too. I'm like, okay, we are not recording an episode. Um, we are going to just let it be. So, friends, this week, Wednesday, please join us. Kelly Williams, our favorite
Mm,
ADHD
mm, mm, mm.
parent coach, is coming back to talk to us about just the next level that she is trying to share with parents. She
Mm.
is on a roll and on fire. She has so much to offer and so much to share. So please join us and take a listen because she is truly amazing. And so she'll be back this week. And yeah, we hope to see you there. Have a wonderful week. We are here if you need us. Maybe we're under our blankets hiding, but we are here if you need us.
But we're people pleasers, so we'll
Yeah,
come out for you.
exactly. All right, my friends, we love you. Have a great week.
I love you. Thanks for listening.
We hope we gave you something to support your journey.
Check out our Facebook or Instagram page to connect with us.
Have a great week.